So let's carry on with the next video in the series about Alias 2021 and what's new. So we're going to have a look at the visualization tools within Alias that have changed and have been updated in 2021. So we've added in a new option in the multi-lister to replace shaders by name. We're going to have a look at that in a second. And this allows us to replace shaders by name from a library that already exists, so a default shader library or a custom library that we've added into the Viz panel on the right hand side. So let's go and have a look at that. So in here we've just got some basic models to play with and have a look at. If I go into render, multi-lister, shaders, you can see here we've got all the shaders that are applied to this model, and in here I've got replace shaders by name with some options. So replace shader by name options, we've got a directory that I defined. So I've defined a new directory that I've got some shaders applied to. It's actually on my OneDrive, so it could be shared here in my presentation. Or I could use the active asset library in here and replace all shaders by that name. Okay. So let's just have a look at what we've got before we actually do it. Here you can see the headlights are just grey spheres, and then the rear we've got some white shaders that really should be red. And then if we look at the naming of this, we look at this one here, it's lack blue. If I say pick that object, you can see it's this dark shader, which is obviously wrong. So now I can go in very quickly and say edit, replace shader name, just go to the options, check out it's okay, say okay. It tells me or asks me, do I really want to do this? I say yes. Then it goes away and does the replacement, tells me how many shaders have been replaced and what's been happening. So that's replace shaders by name. You can see now that has now got a transparent glass on it for the headlight, and the one at the back is very clear because it's a red rear brake lights. Just some simple examples of how that's working. And obviously our blue is now correct. Instead of being black, it's the right lack blue. So if you go in here now and we have a look, there's a few more options for the rendering side of things. If I go into anti-aliasing and I go into transparency, then I can say in here wireframe shadow anti-aliasing. You can see here we no longer need to do a restart on the anti-aliasing. If we go into shaded wireframe, we also now have the additional option for super sampling. So instead of just doing hardware shade anti-aliasing at 4 times, super sampling is multiplying 4 by 4. So that means we've actually got 16 here and 32 and 64 when we turn on the super sampling. It means that we can just really improve the quality and update things as when we're working. So there you go, there's the anti-aliasing settings, wireframe, changes anti-aliasing no longer requires to be restart. So the next video will be about data management and how we manage data in Alias. A couple of things that have been added and changed for the reference manager. That'll be in the next video. Stay tuned or come back and watch that shortly and like the video. That'd be great. Thanks a lot.